Hi, did you know that Maori make up more than half of the total prison population, yet only make up approximately 14% of New Zealand's population? At every stage in the criminal justice process, the outcomes for Maori are generally more severe than they are for non-Maori. Maori are less likely to receive diversion and are more likely to be sent to prison. New Zealand has two diversion schemes, the Police Adult Diversion Scheme and the Youth Diversion Scheme. The Adult Diversion Scheme aims to keep offenders out of the courtroom by addressing offending behaviour that has resulted in charges, balance the needs of victims, the offender and the communities, and gives the offenders an opportunity to avoid conviction. Their aim is to reduce reoffending. Maori are overrepresented in the New Zealand criminal justice system as both offenders and victims. This raises the question, why are Maori overrepresented in the criminal justice system? Well, Latu and Lucas suggest that low socio-economic status and the increased likelihood of being exposed to risk factors like unemployment and alcohol or drug abuse leads to criminal behaviour. In English, poverty plus risk factors equals criminal behaviour, which essentially becomes the driving force behind Maori overrepresentation. Poverty is a perpetuating cycle that is difficult to break. Poverty is correlated to crime and other social discourses. Which leads me to the intergenerational class struggle. The degradation and struggles of the lower class are both self-perpetuating and difficult to escape for those Maori overrepresented in the lower class because of the inflexibility of class mobility. For example, let's look at this happy guy. He owned a farm, but the farm was taken away, which forced him to move and work in low-paying jobs or become unemployed. Because he is earning little, his children's education and other opportunities are limited, which suggests that his children are more likely to be exposed to risk factors such as drinking alcohol and drugs. When the children grow up, they are forced into low-paying jobs or unemployment, and then the cycle continues. Maori goes deeper and claims that the overrepresentation of Maori is best understood as the outcome of colonisation, a byproduct of the lack of Maori involvement in national level decision-making. The criminal justice system is Europeanised and fails to take into consideration Maori approaches to justice. It is easy to label Maori as criminals, but often we fail to recognise that criminality stems from colonisation, oppressive and assimilated policies, unemployment, and the inequality between Maori and non-Maori. The system hugely benefits white people and/or rich people who have the resources to get out of sentence. And there is less discretion for Maori people when prosecuted and convicted. This all leads, and other reasons, to the high rates of Maori incarceration. Ultimately, the character of a society will be judged by the way they treat the poor, the condemned, and the incarcerated. Well, that's what Brian Stevenson says. However, the question still remains, are Maori being treated equally in the eyes of the law? I'll leave that for you to decide.
Created using Powtoon.